He wants to make more history. I'm just trying to think, why would he fight Daniel Dubois? So he's elected, he's publicly said it, not me. He said, I believe he said he's got 2 more fights and he wants to fight Dubois. And we're up for the challenge. We've got the other belt. Usyk wants to probably become the first man to ever be undisputed twice. Is that right?
Right.
Don Charles just dropped a bombshell, shaking up the heavyweight division. Oleksandr Usyk is far from done. He's chasing even more history. The reigning champion could fight anyone, yet he's setting his sights on Daniel Dubois. That raises an intriguing question. Why? Usyk himself has made it clear that he has only 2 fights left, and Dubois is firmly on his radar. Meanwhile, Don Charles isn't backing down. He's made it clear that Dubois is more than ready for the challenge ahead. But here's where things get even more interesting. Usyk isn't just looking to defend his belts. He's aiming to become the first man to be undisputed champion twice. If this fight happens, it won't just be another title defense. It will be a war, a defining moment that could reshape the entire heavyweight.
Make sure it's conclusive, even after we dropped Usyk. In the future, if he's given 10 minutes to recover, to still be able to go and get the victory. Yeah? So there's a lot of things that I know and we know collectively that we're going to be...
Weight landscape. Make no mistake, this isn't just about one fight. Usyk's decision to face Dubois sends a ripple effect through the division, forcing every contender to rethink their place. The pressure is mounting, and the entire landscape is shifting. But on the other hand, Don Charles has just sent another shockwave through boxing with his latest revelation. Charles believes they were robbed in their last encounter with Usyk. This time, he insists, there will be no escape for the so-called pound-for-pound king. In Charles's view, Usyk benefited from boxing politics, surviving after being knocked down. That raises another question. How much longer can he rely on favorable judging to stay at the top? Charles and Dubois believe they've cracked the code, exposing weaknesses that Usyk's supporters refuse to acknowledge. But Charles isn't just predicting victory. He's guaranteed.
We train. Then eventually, they will reveal to me who we're training for. Then I'll specifically tailor-make it. I'm like a tailor. You make a suit to fit. So we train generally. Then come such time I'm told this is who you're going to be. Then I'll tailor-make it, the training for that.
Guaranteeing it. Dubois isn't stepping into the ring to compete. He's coming to destroy. The moment of truth is approaching, and when it arrives, Usyk won't have any judges, referees, or recovery time to save him. The division will never be the same again. So, here's the real question. Can Usyk hold on to his crown, or will Dubois shatter his legacy and prove that politics can't protect a fading champion? Like and comment with your thoughts on this fiery prediction. But there's a catch. Don Charles isn't just any trainer. He's a master strategist, a tactician who crafts game plans with the precision of a tailor, fitting a perfect suit. He doesn't waste time worrying about opponents too soon because he knows Dubois has the raw power to obliterate anyone. Instead, he's molding Dubois into a relentless wrecking machine, sharpening every weapon in his arsenal.
We are hearing rumours that you're all in talks. What will happen to Daniel Dubois and Joseph Parker in the next 4 or 5 months, in your view?
Well, I think they're going to be involved in some massive fights.
But with who?
With opponents.
I know you're not going. Listen, on Thursday, you said by the evening you'd tell us who Moses Talma was going to fight. Can you tell us now?
He will be on the card.
And which card?
On the Manchester card.
On April the 5th.
Here's the twist. Once the target is confirmed, Charles meticulously dissects every weakness, breaking down his opponent's style, vulnerabilities, and habits. He crafts the perfect blueprint for domination. And to make matters worse for the heavyweight division, Dubois isn't just relying on brute strength anymore. He's evolving into a calculated killer. That raises the ultimate question. When the time comes, Will anyone be able to stop the unstoppable? The moment of truth is near, and the division is about to change forever. No one saw this coming. Frank Warren just sent shockwaves through the heavyweight division. Don Charles just sent shockwaves through the heavyweight division with a bold revelation, shaking up the title scene. Meanwhile, Oleksandr Usyk, already cemented in boxing history, is far from done. The reigning champion has countless options for his next
manager, Alex Krasuk, who says Wembley Stadium is in contention to host this fight. He told Sky Sports News, "We are now working on this fight, Usyk versus Dubois 2, Wembley Stadium as one of the options." Earlier this month, the ring learned from Dubois' father, Stan, that his son will be targeting a rematch with Oleksandr Usyk
fight, yet his focus remains on one name: Daniel Dubois. That choice alone raises a crucial question. Why? Usyk has made it clear that he only has 2 fights left before retiring. If Dubois is one of them, it means this isn't just another title defense, it's a statement. But Don Charles is not backing down. The outspoken trainer insists that Dubois is more than ready for the challenge ahead. However, this fight isn't just about defending belts. Usyk is on a mission to make history by becoming the first 2-time undisputed champion. If this fight happens, it will be far more than a simple title bout. It will be a defining moment, capable of shifting the entire heavyweight landscape. Usyk's decision to face Dubois sets off ripple effects across the division, forcing contenders to rethink their paths. The pressure is mounting, and the dynamics of the weight
after next. So, Alex Krasuk, Stan Dubois, they're both saying the same thing. It seems inevitable that we're going to get Daniel Dubois, Oleksandr Usyk, the rematch, which will now this time, whereas first time it was a mandatory defense, this time it is actually going to be for undisputed.
Class are evolving in real time. At the same time, Don Charles has reignited controversy by claiming they were robbed in their last encounter with Usyk. This time, he vows, there will be no escape for the pound-for-pound king. According to Charles, Usyk survived only due to boxing politics after being knocked down. That accusation raises another key question. Can Usyk continue to rely on favorable judging to remain at the top? Charles and Dubois believe they've uncovered weaknesses in Usyk's style, flaws his supporters refuse to acknowledge. But Charles isn't just predicting victory. He's guaranteeing it. Dubois isn't entering the ring to compete. He's coming to destroy. The moment of truth is drawing near, and when it arrives, Usyk won't have judges, referees, or extra recovery time to save him. The heavyweight division is about to witness a seismic shift. Meanwhile, Frank Warren has dropped his own bombshell, hinting at massive upcoming fights for both Daniel Dubois
the WBO. And do I want to see that fight? Listen, Usyk-Parker fight, I think is a good fight. Parker's on a bit of a roll. He's just beaten Martin Bakole. That was a great knockout. I know Bakole was flying in late from the Congo and he was tired, but that shot on the top of his head sent his equilibrium and he got stretchered and he got ironed out. It was all over the place. The fight had to be stopped. So, although it was a good win for Parker, he's not going to get great credit for it. But do I want to see Parker in the...
and Joseph Parker. Yet in a surprising twist, Warren refused to reveal their opponents, fueling speculation of secret negotiations. Parker has more than earned his shot at a world title, yet Dubois, who previously pulled out of a major showdown, continues receiving golden opportunities. Parker has battled through tough opposition, proving himself repeatedly, yet boxing politics have kept him waiting. If fairness existed in the sport, he would be next in line. Instead, another undeserving name might leap ahead. Are we witnessing another blatant fix, or will Parker finally receive the recognition he deserves? The stakes couldn't be higher. On the other side, Usyk's manager, Alex Krasuk, has added fuel to the fire by revealing that Wembley Stadium is a frontrunner to host the highly anticipated rematch between Usyk and Dubois. Talks are in motion, and the stakes have never been greater. Meanwhile, Dubois' father, Stan, has made it clear his son is fixated on...
But my heart's saying, give Parker his shot, he deserves it. But it's interesting, if the WBO are going to take the title off Usyk, And the Dubois fight, as I've already said, is not a unification fight. Maybe give Parker his shot, and then Dubois can then step in and fight the winner of that. But I think the massive favourite, like I've already said.
Revenge. Was Usyk's victory truly decisive, or did Dubois deserve another shot all along? A rematch in Britain could give Dubois the home crowd energy he lacked before. However, Usyk has built a legacy dismantling fighters in their own backyard. If Wembley gets the nod, this war could redefine the division forever. Alex Krassyuk and Stan Dubois are making one thing clear: the rematch is not just possible, it's inevitable. What started as a mandatory defense has evolved into a battle for the undisputed title. Controversy still lingers over the first fight, with fans and analysts questioning key moments. Dubois insists he can rewrite history and dethrone Usyk. Meanwhile, Usyk is more determined than ever to prove his win was no fluke. With everything on the line, this isn't just about redemption, it's about legacy. The heavyweight division is on edge.
Something on that, what you've just said.
Yeah.
Because the way that you were wording that then insinuates that you believe that Oleksandr Usyk is going to give up that belt and therefore Joseph Parker will be upgraded from interim champion.
My understanding is that he may do that, but he may choose Joseph Parker. He's got the option to choose Joseph Parker over Daniel Dubois as well. That's the option it gives him.
Will Dubois shock the world, or will Usyk reign supreme once again? Carl Froch didn't hold back when discussing the potential showdown between Oleksandr Usyk and Joseph Parker. The former world champion is clearly intrigued by the matchup, especially after Parker's recent dominant performance. But here's the catch. Parker is on fire right now. He's been tearing through opponents with ruthless efficiency, and his brutal knockout of Martin Bacol was nothing short of a statement. No one saw it coming. The way Parker landed that perfectly timed shot to the top of Bacol's head left his opponent completely disoriented, unable to recover. However, while Froch acknowledged Parker's victory, he wasn't ready to hand out full praise. He made it clear that while impressive, this isn't the kind of performance that instantly cements Parker as the man to beat. The real question now is, when it comes to a potential fight with Usyk, is Parker the right choice? Or does Daniel Dubois deserve the...
Yeah, and he deserves it because it was Daniel Dubois that pulled out of the fight, not Joseph Parker. And it was Daniel Dubois that put himself out of line for it. So why would Daniel Dubois be awarded a direct crack of Usyk when he pulled out the fight? So the right person to get the crack should be Joseph Parker. Why not? He was the one that turned up to...
Opportunity more. Tension is rising in the heavyweight division, and the entire boxing world is holding its breath. Who will truly step up to the challenge? Meanwhile, Froch didn't hesitate to stir the pot when addressing the political chaos surrounding the heavyweight division, particularly the uncertainty over the WBO title. He openly questioned whether the WBO would strip Usyk of his belt, with speculation growing that Parker could be the one to step in for a title shot. Froch laid out an intriguing scenario. If Parker is given his opportunity, we could see him challenge Usyk for the belt, setting off a chain reaction that could redefine the division. The burning question then becomes, who would the winner face next? Could an even more dangerous challenger be lurking? But here's where things get even more interesting. Froch made it clear that if Usyk and Parker do clash, there's no question who the favorite will be: Usyk. With his superior skill set and tactical brilliance, Usyk would still be the heavy favorite to dominate Parker. The heavyweight landscape is constantly shifting, but the real issue remains. Can Parker's momentum be enough to topple Usyk, or will Usyk once again prove why he reigns supreme? The moment of truth is coming. Meanwhile, Adam Catterall sent shockwaves through the boxing world with a bombshell revelation about Usyk's next move. He boldly suggested that Usyk might be preparing to vacate his title, a decision that could catapult Joseph Parker into a prime position as the WBO's full champion. If true, the implications would be massive. Catterall's words ignited intense speculation as he stated there's a real possibility that Usyk could relinquish his belt. But this isn't just about Parker stepping into the void. Usyk still has the power to choose his next challenger, and Parker might be at the top of that list. What's more, Catterall also threw Daniel Dubois' name into the mix as a potential contender. However, the buzz surrounding Parker is undeniable. Talks are happening behind the scenes, and this could be the game changer that shifts the balance of power in the heavyweight division. The burning question remains, will Parker seize this golden opportunity, or will Usyk stay in control and silence all challengers? One thing is certain, the division is about to explode with excitement. Johnny Nelson, on the other hand, didn't pull any punches when assessing the current state of the heavyweight division. His words hit hard. Nelson raised a critical issue, pointing out that it was Daniel Dubois, not Joseph Parker, who pulled out of his previous fight, yet Dubois is still being handed another shot at Usyk. Nelson didn't mince words, calling the decision fundamentally flawed. According to him, Parker, the fighter who actually showed up, put in the work, and delivered, should be the one given the title shot. Parker has faced the toughest challenges head-on, never backing down from adversity. He's consistently proved himself against top-tier competition, yet somehow, boxing politics continue to favor Dubois. Nelson's frustration is clear. If boxing truly valued dedication and merit, Parker would be the one stepping in next. Instead, Dubois, who withdrew from a crucial fight, is getting yet another chance. The question now is, will the sport continue to reward those who step back when the heat is on, or will it finally give deserving fighters like Parker the opportunities they've earned? The stakes have never been higher, and the future of the heavyweight division hangs in the balance. Usyk remains the reigning king, but with rumors swirling about title changes, mandatory challengers, and unexpected decisions, nothing is set in stone. Will Parker get his moment to shine, or will Dubois leapfrog him once again? And if Parker does get his shot, can he do the unthinkable and dethrone Usyk? One thing is for sure, the heavyweight division is on the brink of major change. The next few months will define the legacy of its top fighters. It's time for the boxing world to brace itself for what's coming.